Wow, this movie brings back some crazy memories, man. Crazy memories. I remember I had this on DVD. I don't know if you guys did this yourself, but I remember when I think it was at Walmart. Walmart had like this big basket. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of what it looked like. They had these big baskets and it had probably hundreds and hundreds of DVDs in there, DVD cases. And all the movies were like $5 a piece. And they would just be like these random B, C tier level movies. And I remember, I think my mom picked this one out because I guess it had like a guy in the front of it and it's like this action movie. And she probably just thought, just me being a boy, I probably would enjoy something like this. But I do remember this very vividly. So looking at it, I didn't realize this movie, $35 million budget, $82 million in the box office. That's kind of crazy. Look at that. That's kind of crazy. Not only that, I did not realize this movie was directed by John Singleton. And if you guys are unfamiliar with John Singleton's directing discography, Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Higher Learning, like some of the biggest classic black films. He also did like Too Fast, Too Furious, which is crazy. Very crazy. Hustle and Flow. Like this movie is like, there's one movie that's not like the rest, right? Obviously you can see in this, and it is Abduction. That is funny, very funny. Granted, this is the one, well, no, because there also was Rosewood, but this is one of two movies where he wasn't the writer or producer in. So I guess maybe that adds some credence to it, but that was crazy as well looking at this. And also the cast was pretty stacked. Taylor Lautner, this was, you gotta think, this was 2011. So this was like during that time period where I want to say Breaking Dawn was like 2011, 2012. This was right before Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Part 2. This was right after Eclipse. So this was we're still in like peak Twilight era around the time when this movie, I keep forgetting to scroll down a little bit more, that's my bad. But yeah, this was during like peak Twilight era, which is crazy. And the fact that this movie still was like, I guess technically successful with an $82 million box office is crazy. I wonder what was the reception like for this movie, because I do know like 25 Metascore is not great.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
I don't know why my letterbox automatically jumps to Max Keeble. Maybe because it was the last time I looked something up on this, but 2011, you see right here, 33 fans as well is funny. 33 fans is funny. Let me see. What are some of these reviews? I rewatched it recently. It's really not that good, but it's not that bad either. It's really not that bad. Where can I go and see reviews at? Am I bugging? I must be tripping. Where can I go? Oh man, I guess it's right here. What do you mean I can't choose there? This was the worst waste of time I've ever endured, and I studied law for a year. The only reason I didn't walk out is that I was stuck in the middle of a road jam full of tweens, and I was concerned that so you know what? Okay, this does make sense why this movie probably did somewhat successful. Like I said, this was peak Twilight time, so you could say this was like an easy cash grab, but you gotta think, like, this was very different from like a Twilight movie. Very different. So the fact that Taylor Lautner was able to like carry a movie like this, where I'm assuming this was an original script. I don't believe this was based off anything, at least not that I've seen. But the fact that this was like an original script and that this movie was able to pull 82 million off the backs of Taylor Lautner and Lily Collins. Granted, Alfred Molina, Doc Ock, as most people probably know him. Most people, I guess, in my age demographic. He was in it as well, but like, he really didn't do much. He was like the main bad guy. Sigourney Weaver also was like the psychiatrist. Also, this movie, like, when I tell you, this has probably one of the most basic but most convoluted plots that don't make any sense. It is absolutely insane. So the best way I can describe this movie, because like this right here, a young man sets to uncover the truth about his life and after finding his baby photo on a missing persons website. Like, that sounds like that is way deeper than that. Because basically, right here, if I go off this premise, right, a young man sets out to uncover the truth about his life after finding his baby photo on a missing persons website. Turns out he's the son of a rogue agent. Not only is he the son of a rogue agent, he's the son of like the Jason Bourne of rogue agents. So basically, there's the bad guys that want him, and then there's the good guys that have corrupted people that also want him, because I guess his dad, being the rogue agent that he is, has like access to this phone that has a list of names of people that have given trade secrets to other governments and stuff like that. So obviously the corrupted good guys want the phone so they can erase their names off of it, and the bad guys want it because obviously I guess this is useful information. So everybody was after this kid after he found his name on a baby missing photo website, because apparently this is the crazy shit. The bad guys created a whole website for missing kids just off the fact that he might be able to find it. And apparently they had multiple websites like this, which is just like insane. Like in the movie, I didn't really think about it too much. That is crazy that they went through all of that. Not only that, there's like, what? Like what are the chances? And mind you, the only reason why it ended up getting found out was because just miraculously, and maybe the teacher was in on this too. The teacher gave them a project on, like, they were in like a sociology class or whatever. So they did their project on missing kids. So like there was a world where they would have set up all of these kid websites and nobody would have even found out about it. Nobody. There's a good chance he would have never found out about it. And this movie would have never occurred. If that high school teacher never gave them that project, there is a good possibility that this movie would not even exist. And the fact that that's just crazy. I'm going to kill all your friends on Facebook in actual life. Really? Who said that? Who said that? I don't remember that. Okay. I love reading these type of reviews. There's something heartwarming about seeing highly revered actors like Sigourney Weaver, Jason Isaacs, and Alfred Molina come together to try to make Taylor Lautner a star in his very own action vehicle. Sadly, this movie has no redeeming qualities, but for one scene where I go to see Maria Bello kickbox some thugs almost to death. Yes, she still consistently gets work, but damn, she could have been an amazing action star. The world has mistreated Maria Bello, is what I'm trying to say, and this movie is proof. Was that the mom? I'm not familiar with Maria Bello. Is she like she must be somebody I should know about, right? Oh yeah. Yeah. I know her. Yeah. I'm familiar with her. Was she an action star? Well, I mean, I guess looking at her letterbox, she was in Coyote Ugly as who? Who was she in Coyote Ugly? I'm sorry, I'm focused on stuff that doesn't matter. But yeah, no, this was an interesting movie, because John Singleton at the helm. Taylor, you have John, because it's 2011, right? John Singleton is your director. Taylor Lautner is your main star. Lily Collins is your side character. You have Alfred Molina, Jason Isaacs, and Maria Bello as your side characters, as well as Sigourney Weaver as your side characters, as your supporting roles. And it's an action movie about the kid of a spy that has bad guys and corrupted good guys looking for him. On paper, this should have been a smash, an absolute smash. And granted, 82 million, I mean, that's nothing to sniff at. It's nothing to sniff at. You would think, as bad as this movie is, and that's the thing too, as bad as this movie is, you would think it would be a lot better than what it was. And the funny thing about it, I hate to say that this was the movie that like started and ended Taylor Lautner's capability to be like a real action star, because he did this movie and then where's the other one? Where's Traces at? Yeah, he did Tracers afterwards. This also, as you could tell, 2.4 also didn't do the greatest. Granted, Letterboxd is pretty harsh when it comes to reviewing stuff. Let's actually see where this is. Matter of fact, can I just go to his? Yeah, I could just click on it from there instead of typing it in. I know that's a lot lazier, but yeah, this one also did 5.6. Wow, I actually have never seen this one. I probably should lock in with this. Is this as bad, or is this as good? Oh, okay. It has I don't know how to pronounce her name, but it has Maria in this as well. Raffi Gavrin is also in this. Wow. Okay, maybe I need to watch this too. I've heard of this movie, never seen it. This is like 4 years afterwards. Damn, did this really? I wonder. But I also wonder if this was like something he wanted, or if he was fine just kind of just like, you know, chilling now. I know he has a podcast now. I haven't listened to it, to be honest, but you know, this was a nice trip down memory lane.